Good morning, guys. What's going on with this Copen? People spammed it like 20 times yesterday. I mean, it is setting up, but it needs time. It needs to tighten up. It did have an entry this day here. It bounced off to 50, but it needs time. Is it the next big thing? What is it? Okay. Can we do full ASMR stream? Yeah. Let's do ASMR. My game plan is same as yesterday. Not really looking to do much here. Earnings season starts in a couple of weeks. There's going to be an incredible opportunity later this month and early next month. And I think there are some stocks that could make big moves if they gap up on earnings and start actually breaking out on earnings, but we're not there yet. I think a lot of stocks still need some base building. And I'm just waiting for my edge to play out. I'm not here to scalp. I want big moves. Good luck, guys. Yeah, this PLL is setting up. It's surfing the 50-day really, really beautiful. Not sure if it's ready yet though. Shopify is breaking out on the weekly. Not sure if it's a great setup though. You know, the airlines are really weak. The reopening plays are really weak, while tech and software are strong. Yep, MU is beautiful. Well, yeah, these oil gas names, they had big runs. I think they need more basing. The sector is now, it looks like it's breaking down. So there's nothing there. Bumble. If it's a good enough IPO base, I don't know. Not sure. It's been building higher lows, but is it good enough? I'm not sure. I don't think so. grow. I'm sorry, what? Why would I be hating myself for missing untradeable stock? This thing trades less than 100,000 shares in some days. I didn't miss it. It just didn't hit my radar because it's untradeable. But great for those who caught it. Semis are still the leading sector. If Robinhood, Restoration Hardware, I don't see anything here. It's not really a tradable stock, it's all over the place. I see a lot of these software and tech names that are breaking out over a multi-month basis, like Shopify. Doku is having this, like there's no setup in something like this. I think it needs earnings to start moving. There's a lot of these. Now VIX is potentially starting to move out of this range. And someone on Twitter wrote to me about DEO. Like, this is not a tradable stock. It's ADR 1.1. Good luck. ADR 1.1. Your grandma moves faster than that? Yeah. I've seen dead people move faster than ADR 1.1. Joan? I don't see anything here. Koopa? Yeah, I mean, they all look the same, this software name, but for now it's broken. I don't see anything. It probably needs some earnings, an earnings CP or something to get it going now. It lost its uptrend. Well, something Etsy, this thing is still in its uptrend. But still, it's a tricky one. Could be a pocket pivot type of scenario. Futu breaking out soon, maybe. KC, do I like it? I absolutely do not like it. It looks like shit. If you give me a good setup and ask me if I like it, I would say yes. Visa. Yeah. Yeah, looks good. Opening range highs was the play. This is yeah, I mean, it looks pretty decent. NBI, I don't know, maybe. This QFIN, yeah, it looks pretty decent. Surfing the 50-day, it's getting tighter. Not bad. You can break out from here, yeah, it could make a big nice move. Oh, MU, well, that was fast. Damn it. QS, looks like shit. Mean aversion? What's mean aversion? Pot names still look like shit. And SNDL is the shittiest of the bloated Shittiest of the shit put stocks. This thing is so bloated. They make an offering like every week. But this APHA looked great until like last week. Now it's breaking down. CGC breaking down. Tilray breaking. They're all breaking down. They look like shit. Every single one of them. No setups. Study how they looked in what they looked like in February, like late January, early February. That's what you want to see. Not something like they look like now. SNDL looks like it's in an accumulation cylinder. I'm sorry, what the fuck does that even mean? It looks like there is constant selling in this thing. That's what it looks like. This is not what accumulation looks like. I'm gonna show what accumulation looks like. This looks like accumulation, okay? Higher lows. This is not accumulation. Absolutely not. CrowdStrike, yeah, another software stock. I wish I had bought some, like one that really is hurting to look at. This is Pinterest, man. I was so close buying it, and I didn't. Because I wasn't 100% comfortable. Like, I'm not, like, I don't buy these pocket pivot type of setups that often. It's not really my bread and butter, but man. A lot of these NFT names are fading. There was some news between DLPN and what was the other one? HOFV, but looks like they're fading now. Damn, the CLF really faded a lot. Let's see if we can hold these 10, 20-day moving averages. I'm still excited about the crypto trade. Bitcoin had a little bit of dip yesterday, but it's kind of still holding the range and it's still building higher lows. So I really hope this thing breaks out and goes to like 90,000 or something. That would be great. Thoughts on GBTC? Well, same as on Bitcoin. Need to wait for a breakout. What's going on with this SOS from yesterday? Yeah, and look at where it stopped, right on the declining 20 and below the 50-day. Couldn't reclaim this. Could not reclaim. Man, can this airline stop going down? I got stopped out of half AAL so far. I still have jets. Can these things please bounce? Another rotation day. Rotation into tech and software out from the reopening and commodity plays. Will I be watching the Master Golf Tournament to all the boomers? No, couldn't care less about golf. W is setting up. I think it is setting up. It's been building higher lows for a long time. It's been going sideways for a long time after a big move from March to August last year. And I think if it breaks out, I think it could make a big move. If the market cooperates. Baidu flag? I don't know. Not really my type of setup. Look at that spike after I mentioned W. Well, it was already going higher when I talked about it. It's probably just random. I'm pretty sure it was just random. It's in an accumulation cylinder? Yeah, probably. You don't need any intraday scans. UK reality show and trading? Oh, $1 Million Traders? It's a really shitty. That's a really shitty. If I remember correctly, it just take a bunch of random people, give them a little bit of money, and then tell them to trade. And they do a lot of random stuff. Hey guys, I'm thinking about adding testimonials page to my blog. Guys, can you if you want to do it, write the testimonial to me in DM, and I'll paste it to my testimonials blog post on my blog. I got you into a Nocco addiction. Sorry, didn't mean to. You gained 10 kilos since you started following me? Nice. Jesse Livermore's accumulation cylinder. There you go. It's a real thing. You're up 350% this year. Holy shit, that's a lot. Hey, some of the funny testimonials about losing your 50% of your hair and Nocco addiction, you can include that too in the testimonials. I want someone. My wigs got much bigger after following Chris. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Guys, DM me those. I love them. I want them to be 50% serious, 50% funny. SMP, as someone mentioned it before, yeah, it's kind of setting up, it's building higher lows, and it needs more time. Just a lot of things need more time. Minervini trend template, I'm not sure what it is. Man, guys, your testimonials are hilarious. DM me those. mRNA a pocket pivot? No, nope. It's just inside of a range. I don't see anything there. It's barely even above yesterday's highs even. Why don't I also stream on YouTube? So you mean I'll have to choose chats to manage? No thanks. Why do so many people run paid chat rooms? Yeah, that's my question also. That it's yeah. Oh, looks like I got stopped out of AAL. Is Minervini's service 5,000 per month? Jesus Christ. Do I have any insight into the Medallion Fund? Yes, I've been reading up a lot on them. Total War Warhammer 3? Sure, why not? But I'm more excited about the new Rome Remastered. Total War Rome Remastered. And a lot of things are now starting to fade. Yeah, you can't compound day trading. Day trading is for people with small accounts. Good luck turning 10 million into 100 million day trading. It's gonna take forever. It's not scalable. Yeah, 1 million isn't that big in the financial markets. Good luck taking $100 million position in a day trade. How do you deal with drawdowns of 30%? Put your hand in your pants and squeeze your balls. That's how you deal with it. Drawdowns are an inevitable inevitable part of the financial markets. 30% drawdowns, even for the best funds, even for Medallion, is normal. It happens now and then. If you want to make really big money, well, guess what? You have to endure some pain now and then. Exactly. Day trading is for cash flow. Can you make millions in day trading every year? Sure. But it's not scalable. That's the problem. Swing and position trading are much more scalable. You can take your account into the millions by day trading, maybe even into tens of millions. Well, definitely into tens of millions if you do it long enough. But you're not gonna make, 300% a year, probably, on a $50 million account day trading. It's just not gonna happen. But you can very easily make it swing and position trading in a good market. That's the thing. Well, day trading is an option, but we were just having a discussion about the scalability of day trading. That was literally this discussion. You know, read the Market Wizards books. How many day traders are in the Market Wizards books? And now look at around you. How many of the people you know or you read about are day traders versus, you know, swing and position traders? Do your own thinking. Yeah, you can make a 500K, a million on some days on Tesla with enough size. Easy. I made it. I've had $1 million days on Tesla. You're not gonna make it every day. That's the thing. I just want to kill this discussion once for all. It's just, I can't even believe I'm having the discussion. Okay, you know, something like Tesla, right? You can easily buy $100 million position in something like Tesla without moving the price a lot. You know, you catch a few trades like this on some of these ultra liquid stocks per year. You know, let's say you buy it. Let's say you have $100 million account. I mean, this is what I mean by scalability, and actually being able to compound your money. It's easier to compound your money. You know, if you have a big account, it's easier to compound it by swing trading and position trading versus day trading. Okay, good luck day trading Tesla. You know, yeah, it's one of the most liquid stocks. It has a lot of range. But there's no way a guy who only day trades it versus someone who, like, you know, catches a move like this. You know, all of these breakouts, I was in on all of these, right? This is not a hypothetical scenario. This is something I actually traded, right? You know, it went up 90%. You know, theoretically you can make 90 million just on this one trade. Now, good luck making 90 million on a $100 million account day trading. Like, it's incredibly hard. Swing position trading, you wait for those those few times per year when the market is really good and you get these perfect setups. It's obviously easier said than done. But even if you day trade Tesla every day, you're not gonna make $1 million every day. Like, look at how many days there are. There's no range, right? I mean, look at, yeah, you have days like this and this, you know, when there's like big linear moves or something like this when it goes down the whole day, right? But look at many of these days. There's no range in this thing. Like, how do you make any money on it, right? Like, it's just incredibly hard. This is what I say. Like, day trading is for smaller accounts. Like, day trading is great for cash flow when you need to build your account. But once you get into the millions and especially tens of millions, there is really, unless you really like trading, like day trading, there's no point in day trading after that. If you just want to maximize profits with the least amount of effort, swing trading and position trading makes much more sense. But if you're an action junkie, well, day trading is great. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're good at it, keep doing it. And if you enjoy it, But I think day trading is mostly a young people's game. Yeah, exactly. The big moves take weeks and months to unfold. That's why I started swing trading and position trading, because I realized, okay, yeah, you have these periods when like micro small cap stocks go nuts and you have these doubles, triples in one day. But for every one of them, there's like 50 that don't go up 100% in a day. But finding like, let's say, non-pump stocks that double, triple over a period of weeks and months, it's much, much easier. You don't have to constantly fight near your entry, and you don't have to constantly like look for trades every second. Majority of people don't have 50 million, so day trading is an option. Guys, come on. Are you present? I never said day trading isn't an option. That's literally not what the discussion was all about. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Both CIS and BNF talked about, yeah, exactly. They started out as like scalpers and day traders, and then they had to go to swing trading because, you know, it's really hard to day trade with size. To keep scaling the account, you have to have bigger time frames. Yeah, exactly. And that's also one of the, what was his name? I saw an interview on video. One of these guys that had good returns last year in the U.S. investing championships. He talked about the same thing. Yeah, if I could do it over and over again, I would do short-term swing trading. I wouldn't do any day trading at all. I would do short-term swing trading, maybe like 3 to 5 day time frame. Because I don't think you really have to day trade, even if if you have a small account. I think you can still compound better with short-term swing trading. Yeah, I think it was Matt Caruso that I talked about. He talked about it too, like that swing trading is more scalable, and it just I don't even remember exactly what he said, but I remember it resonated really well. Why short-term swing trading is better? Well, you can I think you can compound a little bit more aggressively with shorter-term swing trading, because if you have a longer-term time frame, your returns are going to be more spotty. If you have a shorter-term time frame, they're going to be more linear. So the amount of time in any given year where you can make good money increases if you have a little bit shorter term swing trading time frame. Yes, Stockby and Pradeep is the same guy. Do I expect the market to pull back? Well, you can expect it every morning. You turn on your computer, you can expect the market pullback. It doesn't matter if the market is been going up or down the past few weeks or days or whatever. Any day you come into the market, expect the possible market pullback. You always have to be prepared for a market pullback. Otherwise, you won't make it in this game. It can happen anytime. That's why it's so important to have an exit strategy on all trades. No, I don't look much at market breadth. I really haven't found a reliable way to use market breadth. Market breadth is usually more valuable near the bottoms, but I don't really use it like. I do pay attention to some of the indicators, but not really. At the end of the day, I pay attention to what's actually happening in the stocks in the leading stocks and in the stocks in my portfolio. That's like that overrules everything. How do I handle stocks that break out and go sideways? Well, it depends. I mean, if it's a really, really good setup, it doesn't stop you out, and there's not much going on, you know, you can keep it. But if you have a lot of other stuff that are going straight up, and you're sitting in something that's not performing, and there are other things, you know, good-looking setups, you know, you just cut it and get into something else. Especially like if you're in a really good market for the setup you trade, there's no reason to sit in something that's not performing. You want to compound, and you're not going to compound if you sit in, you know, stuff that's not moving in a market where, you know, that's really good for your setups. Blink. Where was I? I don't even remember what I was talking. Blink. Yeah, it's an okay setup. Surfing the 100-day. Do you see the weekend break having any effect on breakouts? No. Weekend effect? No, sorry. The weekend having any effect on breakouts? Absolutely not. Is there a common characteristic of the type of stock where you make big returns? Yeah, all the best trades I've ever had on the long side are on stocks that had already doubled or tripled in the past few months. And all the best shorts I had were also on stocks that had already, well, you know, my parabolic short setups, that's the criteria, you know, really, really strong stocks. Yes, you nailed it. EMA, SMA, it doesn't matter. I'm a global streaming leader. Thanks. Why is this thing empty? Maybe it should be empty. AMTX, I think it needs to go sideways a bit more. How do you keep a strong, disciplined mentality through winning and losing streaks? Well, first you have to have experienced it all a few times before. Like, I blew up 4 times, so, you know. And I've had many drawdowns in my trading career, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40%. So you kind of gain confidence. You realize, you know, doubling your account in a month. Well, well, it doesn't happen too often nowadays, but it's just part of the game. If you follow the rules, trade at good setups, it's just part of the game. Having a drawdown, having drawdowns, especially after a big run, it's also just part of the game. It's just normal. You're not gonna have a linear, you know, trading curve. It's just like I saw a documentary on Netflix about the Madoff fraud. The guy who kind of discovered it, or I don't know if he discovered it, but he's like, they interviewed him and he's like, when he saw Madoff's, like he looked into his like pitch, he saw his equity curve. And it was like linear. It looked something like this. And he's like, that guy's a fraud. There's nothing in real life, in financial markets, that looks like this. In reality, the best stocks, the best hedge funds, the best investors, their equity curves are gonna be like this. This is how it's gonna be, right? What? Why can't I draw a line? What? Why can't I draw a line? Oh no. Ah. Why can't I draw lines? Okay, here, now. This would be like the mean of the returns, right? This is how it looks in the Medallion looks like this, Berkshire Hathaway looks like this. Amazon stock looks like this. Netflix looks like this. But this doesn't exist. This is a scam. I don't remember what the name of the documentary was. It was on Netflix. It was a few years ago I saw it. I don't even know if it's even there. What's my biggest motivation to stop me from quitting? I really wanted to make it in trading. I really didn't want to work for anyone else. Yeah, he said he was hedging his hedging with options, but the thing is, it didn't. Because if you actually looked at the options trades and the volume didn't add up. You're having problems sizing up. Every time you do it, you get chop chop, but when you don't, or when you reduce size, everything is working. Well, I guess you have to be more aware of the markets. Remember, if you swing trade on the long side, the best times to go long is when the market takes out the multi-month range to the upside, or we're coming out of a multi-month correction. That's when you should be sizing up. And you see a lot of setups emerge. Press Control before drawing a line. Oh. What? Look at this. I can draw unlimited lines. Holy shit, thanks for the tip. I was also always using the drag and the double click on the space button, space bar. The space button. What the fuck do you mean after 10 years? I've only been using TC2000 for like 8 years or so. It's not even close to 10 years. Now I can draw a head and shoulders faster, and the bat pattern. Why I like PLL over Futu? I didn't like PLL over Futu. I think they both look good. But I think they both need a little bit more time. Actually, I don't know. Futu looks pretty good actually. They both look decent. I like Futu more. It has more momentum, and it's more liquid. Do I know the series on SVT Exit? Nope. Oh wait, no, I think I know. Wait, I have to Google it. I think I saw it. Is it also on Viaplay? In that case, I did see it. Exit. Nope, no, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. I think someone else mentioned it too. Maybe I should see it. Is it on SVT Play? I'm gonna watch it. I saw the other Norwegian financial show, Oljefondet. Ah, that was so stupid. It was kind of funny. There's a cat in there? Yeah. No, he's not hungry. He just wants some attention, and he's ruining my leather chair. There's so many holes in my leather chair because of my dear cat. The TME, yeah, look at how we undercut, reclaimed the 200 day, then it tested 200 day again, and now it's building higher lows. Not, yeah, it is potentially bottoming here. What's Baidu? Oh yeah, Baidu, someone asked about it before. Baidu is much stronger. It had a big bounce, now it's kind of going sideways. I think it needs more time. These types are not really my when these stocks that had had big down moves and now bouncing and then flagging, it's not really my type of setup. I like them when they're like above all the moving averages. That's when I found the big monies in those types of setups, like high tide flags and channel breakouts and stuff like that. FCX, I got stopped out yesterday. Look at where it's found support on a rising 50 day. And also the 10 day happens to be at the exact same price. Look at where it's finding support. Maybe it's going to be a setup for next. What day is it today? It's Friday. No, it's Thursday. Okay. So yeah, maybe for next week. I'll set an alert. Tencent, yeah. Not really a tradable stock though. Do you think a long-only strategy is scalable? Long-only strategies are the most scalable strategies. How many short-only people are on the Forbes 500 list? And then you go and look at how many long-only people there are on the Forbes 500 list. Yeah, but Jim Chanos is not only short. He's long and short. He has different funds. I think he has a short only fund, and he has like a long short fund. I even think he has a long only 2 fund. Not sure. Exactly, long only strategies, that's what future months of pension funds do. That's what everyone who starts a company or invests in a company do. It's long only. Jim Chanos is not even on Forbes list. There you go. There's your answer. Shorting is an extremely hard game. Like, even if we ask some of the best short sellers, like hedge fund managers that run long short funds, like most of them have said that it doesn't even add any alpha. What it does, what the shorting does, it helps smoothen out the volatility of the fund. It dampens the returns in raging bull markets, and it kind of dampens the drawdowns in bear markets. That's what the shorting part does. It's incredibly, unless you're like a day trader or a swing trader and really trade these very specific setups, you know, shorting is not really a thing. It just doesn't make sense. Octa. Yeah. Look at how nicely it found support on rising 50 on the weekly. Started building higher lows, and now it's kind of, but it's not really my type of setup. Exactly, shorting, the math doesn't make any sense. That's the thing. ZIM, yeah, it's building a flag here. I think it needs to tighten up a little bit more. I think it's like an Israeli. I think it's an Israeli company. I'm not sure what they do. Apparently, they're using blockchain technology. That's all I know about this company. Yeah, exactly. Most of the shorting is really about hedging, not about making money per se. How do you know so much about everything? I don't. You know more about the US financial system than many of the US citizens here? I'm not sure about that. Well, I mean, look, the financial systems are pretty much the same everywhere, so most people don't really know anything about finance. So knowing more than most people about the financial system, it's not really that hard. From what I understood, you really don't have a lot of financial education in school in the US. So I mean, it's all about reading and, you know, studying history, reading. I've been slacking on that part for the past few years, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I mean, no matter what country, I think there's too little financial education. Shift N, notes. What am I supposed to do here? Okay, so I make a note, and it goes here. Hello there. Oh, okay. No, I don't use this function. What I do, I use the text function. Hello there. I never use the note function. Sometimes I misclick somewhere. I get the notes. I think I misclick. Where do I misclick? Sometimes I do get the notes window up. Not sure where I click. Here. Yeah. When you click on the pen here. But no, I don't use the feature. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I found this function. I didn't find it. Someone on the stream told me, educated me. You can actually do this. Scroll short to pointer. Yeah, this function. Yeah, someone taught me that. Yeah, this is the function I've been looking for to really zoom down a specific day. This is why it's so nice to have a community. Can't figure out everything yourself. I've made 3 trades in 3 days. No, 2 trades in 3 days, guys. That's all you need to know about what I think about this market right now. 2 trades in 3 days. I made a trade today, and like entry trades, not exit trades. I've had 2 entries in 3 days. Yeah, I did MU today. I got stopped out of it. I did Twitter 2 days ago. This one worked fairly well. And yesterday, did I trade? I don't think I traded yesterday. Yeah, I didn't make a single trade yesterday. I did sell some stuff, like I sold GBTC and I think something else, but I don't remember. So I've never in my trading career been this inactive. I'm working on it. I'm actively working on being inactive and really waiting for those perfect opportunities, because that's where the big money is. You only need, those perfect opportunities only come around maybe a couple of times per quarter. So it doesn't really make sense to just, force trades 90% of the time. Or do some mediocre setups. It just doesn't make sense. Like I know what type of stocks where my big money comes from. It's EPs, like earnings EPs that gap up over multi-month and sometimes multi-year ranges. It's like high tide flags of different types, like something like Tesla we had, or these like channel breakouts, like Tesla a couple of times last year, high tide flag and channel breakouts. We had this like stuff like Celsius even. Now this one was a very small size for me, but this is the concept, right? DQ was another one of these channel breakouts, and all of these stocks, they had already doubled, tripled after I bought them. Oh, sorry, before I bought them. That's what I said before. My biggest winners on the long side are the stocks that have already doubled, tripled in a few months. And then we have also the parabolic shorts, stuff like laser that I nailed. What was on ICE? These were like this one was pretty recent. What else? I don't even remember them. Just have to wait for the really good ones. Oh, mRNA. This day here, that was a big one. GME, obviously. How could I forget this? The parabolic short, then the channel breakout here, and the flag breakout here, the high tide flag here. Best trading stock ever. So those like 3 or 2 setups, that's where my big money has come from. Everything else is pretty much noise. Or even the oil names, like this was also like a high tide flag breakout, XOP and the other oil gas ETFs and stocks, and unfortunately I got stopped out of it. But if I had maybe, yeah, this was a tricky one, but look at what it made, these types of setups. If I see something like this, I go size. Those are the setups that work really well. And if I don't see stuff that looks like that, I know there's nothing to do. For me personally. So a lot of mediocre setups. Like every day you get some mediocre setups. Sometimes they work really nice, sometimes they don't. Or most of the time they don't because, you know, they're mediocre setups. Yeah, GME. I had 8-digit day. That was a pretty good one. And that's what Darvas did too. He figured out early that the best way to find big winners is wait for a stock double. Because a stock that's gonna go up 1,000%, it has to double first, right? Think about it. And he built the trading methodology around that concept. Fast growing stocks in new emerging industries that had already doubled. It's genius. It's fucking genius. He figured it out 50 years ago. Yeah, UPSD I'm trailing on the 20. Oh. Or actually I'm gonna use this retracement low, the $106 area, as my stop for it. I'm gonna give it a little bit of leeway. Yeah, Roblox, I got stopped out yesterday and now it's coming back. Hopefully it can tighten up a little bit more, but I really like this. I really like the company. Yeah, recent IPO, these things can make big moves. But ideally it goes sideways a little bit more, maybe tightens up. What happened to Airbnb? Yeah, it faded and it's still it's still building higher lows though. So it just needs more time. Can you trade the setups that you trade with options? Sure, why not? Well, it's not like Darvas was good at market timing. He just waited for that very few specific stocks and setups he looked for. And when the market was bad, there just wasn't any stocks in his tradable universe that were setting up. It had nothing to specifically do with market timing. He just followed the stocks. Where do you get your knowledge? I mean, a lot of these companies, it's, you know, you read about it. I usually, like, what I usually do is I skim through Seeking Alpha. Like, there's a lot of, like, 90% of the articles are bullshit. But sometimes you find, you can read up on these companies, like, especially, like, you know, when the new companies are coming to the market. Or like I just skim through them. I don't, you know, do any. Like I haven't done it in a while now. I've been lazy because I made so much money. I haven't, you know, I didn't give a shit. But it's kind of good exercise. Just go through these. You find a ticker, and just, you know, what you know. Oh, banks is not really my thing. But let's see, Novocure, right? NVCR. So this thing has big earnings. As you know, it's a big move. It's been going up for years and years. So what's the driving force? You can just, you know, click and read. You know, you don't have to do like in-depth stuff, but, you know, just quickly go through. Well, that's interesting. That's how you learn about these companies, and you will learn about trends and themes. Because if you find something that's really intriguing, well, guess what? Maybe there's 20 multi-billion-dollar funds or 100 multi-billion-dollar funds out there who thinks the stock is equally intriguing, and they're gonna buy it. Pro tip. That's how you learn. Yeah, it's the same thing for me too. Before every single market crash I traded through, my stops get triggered before the crash. Back here, like before the COVID sell-off, like mid-February, late February, like I got stopped out of pretty much everything before the big move down. Same thing here, like April, May 2019, before the sell-off, like pretty much everything stopped me out. Same thing here, September, October, early October 2018, before this multi-month pullback, all of my stocks stopped me out before the pullback. It's kind of funny how it works. How do you avoid getting into new stocks? Very easy, because there's not going to be great setups. If the best of the best are pulling back, you don't want to buy some random stock that happens to look good. Like we've had this discussion, a lot of times the past 6 weeks. Like there's been a lot, stocks here and there setting up, but it's been slim pickings. You want a lot of stocks to set up. And the best time to go long is after market corrections, after the market has been going down for several months or sideways for several months. Exactly, it's simple, but it's not easy. It takes many years before you get it. Exactly, yeah. The leading stocks bottom before the major indices. Yep. Not all of them, but many of them, most of them. No, I haven't made more than... Well, I made more than 100 million in my trading career, but I don't have 100 million in my trading accounts. I was close. 6 weeks ago, I was really close. When I get there, I'm gonna say adios. I'm gonna delete the stream. I'm gonna say adios, suckers. Oh, and also, by the way, guys, I'm out of Nocco. So if anyone has a charitable heart, feel free to send me some Nocco. I didn't have any Nocco today. Instead I had this stupid ginger beer, alcohol free, with a lot of sugar in it, because I didn't have Nocco. So I'm ruining my health because I don't have any Nocco. I don't like Celsius as much. Yeah, Nocco is an interesting... But what's Celsius doing, by the way? Yeah, it's still acting well. It has like really good earnings. This thing is... They're doing well. Like in Sweden, it's a US company, but they're all over the place in Sweden. Like, there's like Every other influencer is pushing either Nocco or Celsius. Yeah, people are really excited about these apps, but I think it needs to tighten up. There was an entry on this day here when it reclaimed the 50 and took out this little mini channel, but I think it needs more time. I think it needs to tighten up. Yeah, it's like 80% of the population are addicted to energy drinks. All right. Wow, this tiger is strong. What's Futu? Yeah, Futu is also kind of yeah. I mean, I think it needs to be a little bit more sideways, but it's getting there. It's really strong. Look how big bounce it had, and now it's digesting this big bounce after it kind of broke down below the 50, and then the reclaimed with force. And this tiger, it didn't bounce as hard, but it's setting up really nicely. It is strong too. Oh wow, Ethereum is strong, or that trust is at least is. Semis are strong. The CTLA kind of pulled back a little bit. I'm gonna trail it with a 20-day. Once it falls back, if you look at the weekly, if it falls back below the $70 area, below into the range, there's no reason to hold it. Like these types of, these types, they should just go. They shouldn't pull back that hard, that hard. Twitter looks good. Yeah, semis are really strong. Look at LRCX. It made a big move out of the space, and now look at it. It's building higher lows. You see this? Building higher lows. You can't pull back. And this UPSD, I mean, since like a month ago. Midday breakout on MU. Anything can happen, but yeah, I prefer this thing to really like let the 10-20 day catch up. What's Runa? Energy drink? The question is, which one of these energy drinks, these brands, Celsius, Nocco, Runa, is gonna give you brain cancer fastest? That's the question. Bang? Okay. Kong Strong? Any stocks on your ban list? Stocks that don't act right, so you won't trade them anymore? I don't get what the thing about the ban list. Doesn't make any sense. Like most stocks look like shit most of the time. That doesn't mean you should ban them. And most stocks can set up and make big moves at any time. So just, banning stocks, it just doesn't make any sense. Tesla. So no, I don't have any trade stocks on my ban list. Yeah, Tesla. If the 50 day can come down a little bit more, holy shit. Yeah, it's setting up. It had its, big retrace, undercut the 150-day, reclaimed, retested it, bounced perfectly off the 150-day, bounced a little bit more, started failing at the 20-day, tested the 150-day once more, bounced perfectly off of it, and now it's kind of building a flag here. Wow, this thing could be a great setup for next week. Holy shit. Not bad at all. Not bad. Look at the flag on the weekly. Been building higher lows and it has this range here. Not bad. Looks similar to how it looked here. If it can go sideways, a few more weeks would be ideal. These are the patterns you're always looking for in the strongest stocks. These types of triangles and channels and stuff like that. It's the same thing over and over again. Obviously in bull markets. In bear markets, you're not gonna get stuff like this. In bear markets, you're gonna many times have the opposite type of patterns. Like, let's look at something. Let's look at something like Cisco, for example. Made a big move back in 99, 2000. Yeah. So you had these, bull flags on the way up. Maybe Cisco is not the best one because it wasn't really. Well, actually, you can clearly see it. Like, look at this thing. This had like higher lows pretty much all the time. Look at it was building higher lows. Then it was chop, chop, chop. And then we got into bear market, and you got these types of opposite, like lower highs, right? Lower highs. This is how stocks move. I know I'm gonna lose like 100 people right now. Forgive me, you shouldn't swear in church, but there will be a time when Tesla will look like this. Okay guys, thanks for joining. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.